By the way, there's all this Sturm and Drang about the State Department saying, well, actually, it's made its way into television commercials that are running almost nonstop here in Washington, D.C. as the foreign corporation TransCanada and their U.S. buddies are running, just carpet bombing us with ads saying that, Bill Clinton loves this and George W. Bush loves the Keystone XL pipeline, and we're not going to export that oil. We're really not. Even though the Democrats proposed an amendment to the authorizing legislation that said that you can't export the oil, and the Republicans struck it down. Think about that for a minute. Oh, yeah, we don't want to export this oil. Oh, don't you put that into law, though. So anyhow, the State Department at some point in the past had said, we don't think that this is going to the Keystone XL pipeline is going to significantly increase carbon emissions. And their rationale for that basically was this stuff is not going to come out of the ground. This stuff is going to come out of the ground no matter what. And whether we refine it here or whether Canada ships it to the East Coast or to the West Coast of Canada, or if they ship it to us by rail car, it's eventually going to come out of the ground. Well, the EPA says, no, you're wrong. And the reason why they say, no, you're wrong, is because the price of oil has fallen to the point where this tar sands oil is really just not economical anymore. It's not profitable. And so they're saying, and this just from a letter from the EPA today, they said at sustained oil prices within this range, and they're talking about right now, $40 to $70 roughly. At sustained oil prices within this range, construction of the pipeline is projected to change the economics of oil sands development and result in increased oil sands production and the accompanying greenhouse emissions over what would otherwise occur. This is a letter signed by EPA official Cynthia Giles, or maybe it's Giles, Giles. The State Department has 8 federal agencies, the EPA, the Pentagon, the Department of Energy, the Department of Justice, Department of Interior, Commerce, Transportation, and Homeland Security to weigh in on this. So far, the only agency to publicly release their documents, their thoughts, is the EPA. The Houston Chronicle says, and this, by the way, I'm getting this from an article that's on Common Dreams, written by Deidre Fulton, staff writer over at commondreams.org. The headline is, Final EPA Review Makes It Clear, Keystone a Climate Disaster. Interior Secretary Sally Jewell said Monday that the Interior Department has flagged concerns about tribal consultations and issues raised by Bureau of Reclamation with regard to protecting rural water infrastructure in the pipeline's path. So, we've got treaty obligations. You've got Native Americans who are horrified by this. You've got, what it's going to do to the environment, all this other stuff.